Okay guys, I'm going to give you a key support resistance levels to pay attention to for Bitcoin. I'm going to make this very clear. If you expect Bitcoin to go higher than 40K, you're about to get wrecked. Bitcoin is about to have an epic crash. I'm going to show you some other charts that show this is the case, so please watch this all the way through. If you do want to access these charts, guys, you can access these charts 24/7. They play out live. The link will be pinned in the first comment in the description. So this is a chart I covered in the last video. That is this video here. If you want to check it out, I'll put a link up to it now. I made this very simple. It was a conditional type situation. I explained it to where a friggin' moron could understand this. I said this was very strong resistance at 38,361. I said if the next daily candle opens above 38,361, expect us to test 40,000. If the next daily candle opens below 38,361, expect us to have a drop. Very, very simple instructions. Seriously, a moron could understand this, I would think, but apparently that's not the case. I did say that if we come down, your targets are potentially 32,000 and 28,000. Apparently, there's some idiots that think that when price comes down, it has to drop straight down in one candle to those targets. This was more for direction. If we cannot get above a key resistance, that means we have more downside. And then down here in the comments, dipshit number 1, this Ginjo, nothing has happened. Something did happen. Dipshit number 2, what a stupid call and wrong. And then the dipshit award goes to someone else. Not even. You said it would go to either 40K or 28K, which means you did not even know the direction. Correct. It was a conditional. It was conditional. If this happens, this happens. It was either this or that. That's correct. That's how conditions work. The only two options, you were not even sure which way price would go. That is correct. I said if the candle opened above, it would go up. If it opened below, it would drop. That is exactly how it played out. So again, those people are stupid, but apparently there are some people that are smart and pay attention. This person shorted 38,252 when the next candle opened below, and they used 100 times leverage and were up 333%. This person got it 120%. So these people that actually paid attention and are not stupid actually profited from it. So this was the C1 chart. The charts have your support and resistance levels already mapped out, so you know exactly where to short and where to long. We were at resistance at 38,163. This is where you would short. You can see how this played out. We dropped from this point. This is the H1 chart. I said your resistance is right here, 38,272. If we drop this next point you long, 37,363, look what happened. We dropped, right? This was your resistance back here, 38,262. We dropped. Where'd you find support? Right on this damn line that I gave you in the video, right here, 37,362. 37,397, we made contact. We pushed up. This was the point you should have shorted right here, 38,288. And then we came down, and then we found support right here. And I made a tweet about this right here. I extended this line out that was support. We came down, 38,800. This is where you should have longed. And you can see what happened right here. We pushed up from that point a total of 5.34%. So again, if you don't have access to the charts, you don't have access to my Twitter, and you get yourself wrecked, that's on you, because I show you exactly where to long, exactly where to short. And I'm telling you, Bitcoin is going to crash. So we're going to cover all of this as well. So again, and you can see how this played out. It's exactly how I said it played out. We dropped from resistance on the C1. If you had the H1 chart, you could have shorted the top of this wick exactly at 38,291. And when the candle opened, the next daily candle opened below resistance, we dropped. Yes, we didn't drop straight down. That's not how it works, guys. You're not going to get one candle that comes straight down. Eventually it will, but again, I gave you a perfect short opportunity, and I told you how it play out. Open above, we pump. Open below, we drop. Again, morons. So this is what I'm going to tell you right now. This, and I have this line yellow, this line red, because I want to show you how important this line is. We're still struggling to get above it. You can see this was support, 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 support. What happens when you break support? You'll come back up and test it as resistance. So not only do you have this support turn resistance, you also have this key resistance level right here. So that's double resistance. We're struggling to get above it. We might, if we do, the highest it will go, in my opinion, is potentially 40,000 before getting rejected. That's if we get above it. But I want to show you why this line is so important. So this same red line right here, right, that I'm outlining, this fib channel line, is on this chart. This is the M1 chart, where I mentioned in a previous video where I think we're going to bottom in the exact day. But if you look at this red line, This is a very key support and resistance level. That's what I was talking about, direction. If we cannot get above this point, guys, we have a lot of downside. But if you'll notice, we can follow this back. It goes back a good ways. You can see right here, this red line was support and resistance. Go back even further. Look, more support and resistance. More support and resistance. We'll go back even further. Right here, a lot of resistance. A lot of support and resistance. I'm not going to circle every time, but you can clearly see this was resistance back in 2017, resistance again, this is resistance in 2016, resistance in 2015, right here it was support in 2015, you go back further, this goes back to the beginning of Bitcoin. I mean, look at this, this was resistance, support, support, resistance, support, so you can see how important that line is. It goes back since the beginning of Bitcoin. You scroll all the way back over. So my point is, if we cannot get above that line, all right, that means that is bearish. That means we have a lot more downside. We are struggling to get above that point. And if we drop, all right, if we break this support, go back, watch the previous video. Once we break this support, we will capitulate down to the target I gave you. That is correct. Right down here. That's where I believe we're headed. I do not believe we're getting above this point. This obviously plays along with the DXY, the Dow Jones, and Nasdaq. This here is the monthly. So guys, tonight we will get our next monthly candle open. Look at the damn moving averages on the MACD. We've already got across or about to cross. Look how high this is. I mean, look back here. This was 2017, 2018, right? And look where the moving average was when we got across here. We went from green to red. Look how high this is right now. We've already gone to red. We're going from green to red. We could have, I know it's in the monthly, but we could have one hell of a red candle coming down, all right? It could be a really, I'm expecting a very bearish month for February and March. I think we're going to bottom mid-March, by the way. So there's your date, guys. So anyways, just pointing that out monthly, okay? But I'm going to show you this also for the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. So the Dow Jones, guys, looking for a perfect point to short the Dow, 35,578. Next point to long the Dow, 33,300. I'm expecting us to come down and test 31,200 very soon. Notice we're just moving down this red ring. Support, support. We're going to get rejected, come back down and test it again. Find resistance, come down, test it again. And get access to all of these stocks charts and Bitcoin charts on my website. But I do believe you should short the Dow, 35,578. I'm going to show you this. This is a zoomed in version right here. This is, again, this is another fib channel. This is a fib channel line right here. This in confluence with that ring. That's what I'm saying. 35,000. Make this white so you can see it. 35,500. Basically 35,500 next point short the Dow. But I do believe we're coming down to at least 32,300 very soon. I'm going to show you this on the monthly, guys. So again, just like I showed you Bitcoin on the monthly, it looks bearish as shit. Same thing with the Dow, guys. Look at this. We're getting ready to get across to the moving averages of the MACD on the monthly. Look, it's getting lower and lower. The bar is about to go to the red. I believe what's going to happen is we're going to move down this green ring. Move down this green ring. At some point, we're going to break it. This is your first bottom target for the Dow. This could be the bottom for the Dow. That is the bullish case. This white line right here. This goes way back. Access to the chart. I mean, this goes way. That's why I charted the Dow originally, because it has more data going further back compared to the S&P and the Nasdaq. If this breaks right here, this is the lowest point the Dow would go. This was support, support, support. So if we drop, this is the lowest point we go. If you get down to this point, wherever price Bitcoin is, that's where you want to buy. This is called the Dow Jones Crash Rings chart if you have access to my charts. The DXY, guys, I've made this very clear, again, for you morons. If the dollar is dropping and markets are up, Bitcoin is going to push up, all right? The dollar's been dropping. Bitcoin's been pushing up. The market's pushed up. The market was up over, the Dow was up over 400 points. If you pay attention to the markets are up and the dollar's coming down, you should be long on Bitcoin. It's that simple. But we're coming down to support. When we drop down to 96.39, you know what's going to happen, right? We're going to find support here. The dollar's going to start pushing up. Bitcoin's going to come down. That also means the markets are going to come down. We're almost at support. Again, when the dollar's coming down, Bitcoin pushes up. But when the dollar pushes up, Bitcoin's going to come down. We're almost at support. So make sure you pay attention to the DXY. The Nasdaq. I already told everyone they should short the Nasdaq. This is a resistance level here. We could push above it a bit. But, and again, if you look at this fib circle, this happens to have a fib circle on it. You can, let me zoom in so you see this. Notice that this was resistance, support, resistance, 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 support, resistance, resistance, support, resistance. But notice what happened this last ring. It was support, and then we came right back down on this ring as support and pushed up as resistance. So what I'm getting at, I know I showed this on monthly, I just want to give you some price targets. So if we come down, your next point to long the Nasdaq will probably be down here around 165. But if that breaks, you know, your next major point to watch is around 145. I do believe it has some downside for the Nasdaq, the Dow, the S&P. It's all coming down. But I'm going to show you is the monthly chart. Let me go to the monthly here. Same damn thing, guys. look at the damn MACD. Look, we're about to get across. Look at the RSI coming down. Look, we're going, the bars are starting to go down into the red. The monthly for the Nasdaq, the S&P, the Dow, Bitcoin, it is bearish as shit. With everything going on, guys, China's about to invade Taiwan. Russia's about to invade Ukraine. You've got COVID going on. You got supply chain issues. You got inflation. You got all this stuff going on. You got the Fed about to raise interest rates soon. They've already started with the easing on the monetary easing with the free money. Things are about to get really bad, guys. I'm telling you, pay attention. The DXY is about to find support. I expect the DXY to continue higher and higher, which means Bitcoin is going to drop. So let me give you a key support resistance levels. Pay attention to, guys. So look, if we drop, your support right now is 37,500. If we push up, next resistance to watch. A lot of confluence, guys. A lot of confluence. 40,000 is the top. If we push up, the top, that is where you short, and that's probably where you short all the way down to 28,000. Your next support level on this chart, guys, right here is around 35,249. Your next strongest support on this chart is right here at 34,000. This is the H1 chart, guys. You can see right now we're holding support at 38,367. I wonder what this target is above. What do you know? 40,200. Guys, if we break 38,367, we're already coming down. If we push up, 40K is the top. We're not going above 40K. I'm telling you, pay attention. If we drop, your next support level to watch will be this support level as well, 37,138. Eventually it's going to break. Your next support level to catch balance is 38,852, and your next support level below is going to be right here, 38,225. But do understand, this M1 chart, I've gone over this. I'll go ahead and give you this target, guys. If we break right here, okay, so let's say even if we push above, this right here is, I'll give you a price label. All right, hold on, if I find price label. Right here, 38,000-ish, okay, if we get above that point, the highest we're going to go is this yellow line, 40,000. I just showed you the C1 chart, H1 chart, G1 chart, M1 chart. 40K is the top. If it pushes up, that's where you short. If we drop, if we break 28,700, all right, that is also where we bottomed back here, right, on the 21st of June. That also happens to be a key support level that goes back since the beginning of Bitcoin, just like that red line I showed you right here. If I can get my damn mouse working. This red line right here, right? This right here is a key support level that goes back since the beginning of Bitcoin as well. And it just so happens there's some confluence right here. If we break this point, 28,704, I'm telling you, we are going to bottom right here at this price on this date. I did hint to that date if you go back and watch a few videos back. But guys, that's it. If you want to access these charts, websites, opticalcrypto.com, link be pinned to first comment in the description. $49 a month, you get access to Bitcoins, altcoins, precious metals, Discord, and Twitter. I have stocks and I have tutorials teaching my method of charting. Guys, that's it. Trade safe, trade smart. Bitcoin's going to crash.